G'day, lovely people. Ever noticed how our Aussie bush comes alive after a good downpour? The gum leaves shimmer, the native flowers stand taller, and there's a certain vibrancy that wasn't there during the dry spell. Our skin follows much the same pattern. It responds to proper nourishment, hydration, and care by showing its natural glow. In my donkey's years tending to this garden, I've discovered that the most powerful remedies aren't found in those fancy bottles with price tags that would make your eyes water. They're in the humble plants that have been growing alongside us, mob for yonks. Today, I'll yarn about 3 ripper plants that Mother Nature has gifted us. Beauties that hold secrets to keeping your skin looking fresh and vibrant well into your golden years. What makes these particular plants so special isn't just that they work a treat, but how they get along with our body's natural processes, giving a helping hand rather than forcing change. Here in our garden, we learn together that health is like a Veggie patch that needs daily attention. Small, consistent acts of care yield results better than a winning ticket at the RSL raffle. If you find these natural wisdom chats fair dinkum useful, consider subscribing to join our mob of Aussies looking for a more natural approach to aging gracefully than what those flashy department stores in the city are flogging. Now, let's have a gander at the first of our plant allies, a tough desert sentinel that's been guarding beauty secrets since the time of ancient mobs. 1. Aloe Vera, the soothing healer. The ancient Egyptians called it the plant of immortality, and too right they were. Aloe Vera stands as one of nature's most resilient teachers. Have a squiz at how it thrives in harsh desert conditions that would knock most plants for 6, storing precious moisture within while protecting itself from the scorching sun. In this adaptation lies the first beauty lesson it offers us. Aloe vera contains over 75 active compounds, including vitamins, minerals, amino acids, and enzymes that work together to heal and rejuvenate our skin. When we slap some aloe gel on our face, we're not just moisturizing, we're delivering a complex matrix of nutrients directly where they're needed most, like a well-planned care package. In my experience, aloe vera excels in 3 bonzer ways. First, its anti-inflammatory properties calm irritated skin, reducing redness and swelling that often come with aging faster than a cold, stubby soothes on a scorcher of a day. Second, it stimulates collagen production, helping to maintain the skin's elasticity that naturally diminishes over time like a worn-out elastic band. Third, its remarkable ability to penetrate deeply allows it to moisturize not just the surface, but deeper layers of skin as well. One simple practice I've kept up for yonks is keeping a small aloe plant in my kitchen window. When needed, I simply break off a leaf, split it open, and apply the clear gel directly to my skin. There's wisdom in this simplicity, using the plant in its most natural form, without all those additives and preservatives that would make your chemistry teacher's head spin. For those of us with more mature skin than a vintage Holden, aloe vera offers particular benefits. Its gentle exfoliating action helps remove dead skin cells without the harshness of commercial products that can be rough as guts, revealing fresher skin beneath. And for those sunspots that tell the story of summers spent at Bondi or watching the cricket, consistent application of aloe can gradually fade their appearance. The patient gardener knows that lasting change comes not from occasional intense efforts, but from gentle daily attention, like tending the lawn bowls green. So it is with aloe vera. Its greatest benefits unfold through consistent use over time. 2. Green tea, the antioxidant guardian. Let's shift our attention from the desert to the ancient mountains of China, where another plant ally has been quietly looking after human health for thousands of years. Green tea represents one of nature's most perfect balances, gentle enough to consume daily, yet powerful enough to transform our health from the inside out, like a good mate who's always there for you. What makes green tea particularly ripper for our skin is its abundance of catechins, especially epigallocatechin gallate, EGCG. A bit of a mouthful, that one. These compounds act as vigilant guardians against the free radicals that speed up the aging process faster than a V8 supercar. When we understand that much of skin aging comes from oxidative stress, the same process that causes metal to rust or an apple to brown, we begin to appreciate green tea's protective role. Green tea works in two complementary ways, internally and externally, like a good footy team's offense and defense. When consumed as a daily cuppa, its antioxidants circulate throughout our bodies, protecting cells from damage. Applied topically, it delivers these same protective compounds directly to the skin, reducing inflammation and improving skin tone better than those expensive serums at David Jones. A practice I've maintained through the changing seasons of my life is brewing a strong cup of green tea each morning, drinking half and saving half for skin care. Once cooled, this tea becomes a gentle toner that tightens pores and soothes redness. The caffeine in green tea also helps reduce puffiness, particularly around the eyes where time often leaves its first visible marks, like tide lines on a beach. For those concerned with the visible signs of aging, green tea offers particular hope. Research suggests its compounds may help prevent collagen breakdown and even repair certain types of sun damage. No small feat in our harsh Aussie climate. It reminds us that prevention is often more effective than correction. Wisdom that applies equally to your garden and your skin care. Like many true blue remedies, green tea doesn't promise overnight transformation like those miracle creams advertised during Home and Away. Instead, it offers steady protection and gradual improvement. This patience mirrors the lessons of a garden, where the most enduring beauty emerges slowly, season after season. 3. Rosehip Oil, the rejuvenating elixir. Our journey now takes us to the bush, where wild rose bushes drop their petals to leave behind small, reddish-orange fruits, the humble rosehips. These overlooked little beauties contain one of nature's most potent elixirs for aging skin. Rosehip oil tells us something profound about the cycle of life. It comes not from the celebrated flower, but from the fruit that follows bloom. A reminder that beauty often continues beyond what first catches our eye, much like how many of us find our true purpose after retirement. What distinguishes rosehip oil is its fair dinkum remarkable combination of essential fatty acids, particularly omega-3, omega-6, and omega-9. These compounds help rebuild and maintain the skin's protective barrier, which naturally thins as we age like the hair of a lifelong surfie. Alongside these fatty acids, rosehip oil contains high levels of vitamins A and C, which stimulate collagen production and cell turnover. My introduction to rosehip oil came years ago through an elderly Sheila at the community garden whose complexion maintained a remarkable vitality well into her 90s. Her secret wasn't some expensive cream from the big smoke, but a simple daily ritual of applying just a few drops of this golden oil to damp skin. The results spoke for themselves, a natural glow that no synthetic product could replicate. For mature skin, rosehip oil addresses several concerns simultaneously. Its vitamin A content, natural retinol, reduces the appearance of fine lines and uneven pigmentation. Its essential fatty acids improve elasticity and firmness. Perhaps most importantly, it accomplishes all this without the harshness that often accompanies synthetic anti-aging products that cost an arm and a leg. A practical approach is to apply 2 to 3 drops to slightly damp skin each evening, allowing it to work overnight when the body's natural repair processes are most active. Like a garden that does its most important work in the quiet hours, our skin renews itself most effectively during rest. Practical tips for using these plants. Now that we've explored these 3 Ripper plants, let's have a yarn about how to weave them effectively into daily life. True wisdom lies not just in knowledge, but in practical application, like knowing not just the rules of cricket, but how to play a proper innings. For aloe vera, consider growing your own plant. It requires minimal care, perfect for us who might occasionally forget to water, and ensures you always have fresh gel available. To use, simply slice open a leaf lengthwise and scoop out the clear gel with a spoon. Apply directly to clean skin as a soothing mask for 15-20 minutes, then rinse with lukewarm water. For blokes and Sheilas with very dry skin, a thin layer can be left on overnight. With green tea, quality matters significantly. Look for organic loose-leaf varieties to avoid the pesticides that would counter our health intentions faster than a meat pie counters a diet. Beyond drinking it daily, consider refrigerating strong-brewed tea in a glass bottle to use as a daily toner. For extra benefit, freeze green tea in ice cube trays and use these cubes to gently massage the face, reducing puffiness while delivering antioxidants. A true blue beauty hack. For Rosehip Oil, remember that a little goes a long way. No need to use more than a fly's drop. Just 2 to 3 drops pressed gently into damp skin provides all the benefits without waste. Store your oil in a dark glass bottle away from direct sunlight to preserve its potency, just as you'd keep your best wine out of the heat. For those with combination skin, apply primarily to drier areas like cheeks and around the eyes. These 3 plants can also work together, like a well-coordinated bowling team. Consider a weekly ritual combining all 3. Cleanse with a gentle aloe wash, tone with cool green tea, and finish with a few drops of rosehip oil. This simple routine honors the skin's natural processes while providing comprehensive care. Remember that consistency matters more than complexity, a lesson I learned from my old man who never missed his morning constitutional. The gardener who waters moderately each day sees better results than one who floods the soil occasionally. Similarly, these natural remedies work best when incorporated into regular routines rather than used sporadically when you remember. The timeless wisdom of nature. As we wrap up our yarn in this garden of knowledge, I'm reminded of an old Bushi saying, "Nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished." This wisdom applies perfectly to caring for our skin as we age. True radiance comes not from trying to wind back the clock, but from supporting the skin's natural functions with patience and consistent care. These 3 plants, aloe vera, green tea, and rosehip oil, have stood the test of time for good reason. Unlike synthetic products that often force temporary results at the expense of long-term health, these natural allies work with our body's innate wisdom, supporting its remarkable ability to heal and renew itself, just like the Aussie bush after a bushfire. The approach we've discussed today extends beyond mere appearance. When we choose to care for ourselves with natural ingredients, we often find that the benefits reach deeper than skin. There's a certain peace that comes from aligning our practices with nature's rhythms, from treating our bodies with the same gentle respect we would show to a beloved garden or a treasured mate. I encourage you to begin with just one of these plant allies, incorporating it into your daily routine until it becomes as natural as having a cuppa in the arvo. Observe the changes, not just in your skin's appearance, but in your relationship with the aging process itself. There is profound beauty in each stage of life when we learn to work with nature rather than against it. What natural ingredients have you found bonzer for your skin? I'd love to hear your experiences in the comments below. And if you found value in today's conversation, consider sharing it with a mate who might appreciate these gentle approaches to aging gracefully. Until next time, remember that true beauty, like a well-tended garden, reflects the consistent care we provide over time. May your days be healthy, your heart peaceful, and your skin as radiant as your spirit. No worries, mate. You've got this.